An ending is in sight for Sofyan Amrabat and his impending move to Manchester United. Guess what? The player and his soon-to-be manager, Erik ten Hag, are pushing through the move. Now listen, Fabrizio Romano has dropped a major update today, and guess what? It is quite promising. Now, don't you get it twisted. No official bid has been tabled yet, but like I told you here on the Hotspot, we get to follow each story from the start to the end, and this is exactly what we are doing with Sofyan Amrabat, such an important player for Manchester United. Hotspot, subscribe guys. My name is Webb, and quickly dropping you this ones. Now listen. Hey, how are you, my friend? I wish I could sing, guys. This guy called John what? Oh, I forget the other name. I love that song. He's here, and I'm going to go catch up with him on a concert. So let me make this fast for you. Yeah, you go enjoy my music, guys. It's a Sunday evening. Let me go chill and yeah. I mean, wind down a bit before I come back later to burn you with more news. But let's go into it, guys. Let's talk Manchester United. Subscribe. Listen. So an ending is in sight because this is what has happened. Now, Sofyan Amrabat has officially communicated to his club Fiorentina and told them they should leave him out of the squad for the rest of this summer transfer window. The hope is that by the time it ends, he will not be their player anymore. So he wants to concentrate on working on himself, keeping himself fit first of all, because I mean, there are haters in this world. I'll tell you, even in Fiorentina, he should know there could be some haters who support Arsenal and they could injure him in training and perhaps cause problems for him when he joins us. So this is what he has decided. He's never stepping on the pitch for them. He has missed, I think, two games already. For Fiorentina, the game against Rapid Vienna in the Conference League is the last I think he missed. So he's saying, guys, I'm not risking. I want to go to Manchester United. So that's good news because I think, I mean, for a player who is this, he's world class, he's top class, obviously wanted the whole, I think, world wants a holding midfielder like Sofyan Amrabat. But the boy is saying, I am waiting on Manchester United to reunite with my former boss. He's been waiting since June, guys. Since June. Give this guy his flowers. Give him some credit. I know, guys, you guys never give me credit. At least give it to Sofyan Amrabat for being patient. So that's the situation. That's what is happening. Amrabat has communicated to the club. They gave him some bit of time because they wanted to know, I mean, whether he's going to be part of their plans or not. So he said, guys, please let me focus, let me be patient. Even if you force me to play for you right now, whereas I'm contracted, I won't give you my best because my mind is focused on joining the biggest football club in the world. So that's exactly what is happening. So Amrabat has made it clear that he is not going to be part of the Fiorentina squad up until the end of this summer transfer window. If the deal goes through like we expect it to happen, good for him. He will be fit and straight away he will come to either back up Casemiro or compete with him, or just come and join the party. We don't care how Erik ten Hag is planning to use him. What we know is that he will be an able deputy or partner of Casemiro in certain games. So that is what exactly is going on. So what Man United are doing right now is collecting funds, try to get a few remains from a few funds that will be left after them paying the £6 million for Baindil, Alte Baindil, the goalkeeper, then of course, from the money they get for Dean Henderson, who is joining Crystal Palace. So they certainly are trying to look for funds. And in this week, I think we expect an official bid to be tabled. At least from what we see, if you've got the experience of studying these transfers, you would know that Man United will table an official bid before the end of this week. I think I can predict that really. Sport and football are about prediction. I can predict that United will make the official bid because even Erik ten Hag is pushing from within Old Trafford to ensure that this is done and that's it, because it's understandable. I mean, the player's mental health is important. You want a player who will come with the hunger. You want him hungry. I mean, the longer we stay without making decisions and making this happen, I think the worse it will be for him as a player, because then his mental health comes into play. He's thinking, he's already having sleepless nights. I wonder how he's sleeping from June up to now. I mean, it's difficult to sleep. Think about it. When you were a kid, you were studying in some small village school, and then you're promised that when you pass, you're going to join the biggest school in the country, a dream school you want. But then you pass, and after that, I mean, school starts, and somehow your parents are not telling you whether you're joining your dream school. I don't think you can sleep. So that's exactly what's happening. I mean, Amrabat, certainly his dream has always been to play for a club like Manchester United. I actually hear he's a Manchester United supporter himself, like most of these players are anyway. So that's what is happening. So he's saying, let me focus on waiting on my new future potential employers so that I do not disorganize the whole plan for the manager at Fiorentina, which for me is a good thing. The beauty is that we already agreed personal terms with him. So again, all we need is to get the funds. So the loan move for Marco Cucurella. I mean, I told you earlier today that United made an inquiry about Cucurella and what it would take to have him on loan to join Manchester United from Chelsea. But also, of course, letting go of Donny van de Beek to join Real Sociedad. That is where we're hoping to get some bit of funds, and so is Scott McTominay to either West Ham or any other club that would come bidding. So guys, there is a bit of progress. So in terms of the Sofyan Amrabat situation, I feel like I'm about to say this next week could be Sofyan Amrabat week. I think this is the time I think we should be saying it is Sofyan Amrabat week, and that's why I've put on a cape that is almost, are these similar colors with the shirt he's putting on in Fiorentina? I don't know. Guys, I'm colorblind. I keep fighting with my son. We keep arguing about colors. Can you imagine? Anyhow, so that's where we are. So United are hopeful. We are hopeful that I think there will be progress that will be made in terms of Sofyan Amrabat very soon. So a lot of anticipation. Guys, on Twitter, what's interesting is that Manchester United is always among the top trends in every minute. Now, of course, I see right now the #1 trend on Twitter is Erling Haaland, and that's not a United player, obviously, but the rest of the top trends are Manchester United and Alejandro Garnacho. Guys, now Garnacho is obviously trending because of, I think, Pelistri. Of course, Garnacho and Pelistri are almost in the same boat. They are both promising youngsters. Of course, Garnacho has been trusted a little more by the manager Erik ten Hag, understandably so, because he's such a talent. I feel like he just needs a bit of maturity to be more effective with whatever he does, flying in from the flanks. But Pelistri for me is what I wanted to talk about, and not so many people have seen are happy about, and he's been training a few minutes ago. Not so many people are happy about Pelistri's loan, and I'm one of those, about him being loaned out to wherever, La Liga or wherever. I wouldn't really dwell on the wire. But guys, again, isn't this the time Manchester United should be trusting these youngsters? Isn't this the time Manchester United should be giving a chance to all these youngsters to come in out there and try to make a case for themselves and throw in the ring for place there? I mean, I feel like it's not looking good, really. It's not looking so good in terms of how we give chance to some young. Maybe Erik ten Hag doesn't want to bring in a lot of young players. Of course, history is not the finished article. He's not. There's still a lot for him to improve. But what I'm saying is that why does he learn from away? Of course, the argument might be we want him to get more playing time. We can't give him more playing time in this squad at Manchester United, to be honest. Not as a starter, but I feel like in every game, Pelistri can always come in for about 20 or 30 minutes. For Anthony Dos Santos, I feel he can always consist. That's the best playing time he can get, because he's there with us and be growing with whatever we're building. Because these young players need to understand how Erik ten Hag wants to play, so that next season probably they form the fulcrum, or they form the heart of the squad. Because I mean, football is about youthfulness. I mean, the younger you are, more talented, the better. I mean, so for me, I still don't understand why we have to loan out Pelistri, but again, well, anyway, so long as we get Amrabat, I really care a lot less about other departments, but it's good we're not selling him. So, yeah, that's where we are. Sofyan Amrabat's impending move is getting some bit of good news, because Amrabat has made it clear he's not playing for Fiorentina again until the end of this summer transfer window. And, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting because, I mean, players these days have a lot of power. I mean, by the time you're contracted to a club but you're saying, no, I'm not playing, and you put in that request and say, I'm not, playing for you, you're holding the club at ransom. You feel for Fiorentina, but they will understand, because I'm sure they also want to cash in and make some money for their best asset. And, of course, from Manchester United, probably the most easy team to rip off. hotspot. Subscribe, guys. My name is Webb. Well, I've got to be bouncing out and go, chill a bit. It's a Sunday, and yeah, I want to keep it chill a bit. But do remember, this week we got an update concerning Rasmus Højlund's injury, and the manager made it clear he's back in training. I told you that here. He's back training now. He's training with the full squad, the rest of the squad, and this is going to be his first full week training with the rest of the squad. So the hope is that by the time we go to Arsenal, he will be making his debut, and of course, confirming my prediction from some time back, because I told you, there's a video where I told you about his debut date being set from my sources. I hope again they don't make a U-turn, because these U-turns don't do me so good, because again they make me look like an amateur. I saw the U-turn on Mason Greenwood, and how it made me feel bad. Really, not just that I like Greenwood, but also I like being, credible, telling the league. But it happens anyway. So yeah. No U-turns this time. No U-turns. I think he'll train this week, and I think even if he doesn't start against Arsenal, I think he might be in that squad against Arsenal for me. Rasmus Højlund. That's my honest expectation. But let's wait and see how it goes. For now, we're building up to that Sofyan Amrabat week. Well, the week is today actually. The week starts on Sunday, so the week is today. The week starting today, and trust you me, I'm predicting. My honest prediction is that finally United will gather the funds, the energy, the confidence, the audacity to go to Fiorentina and table a bid for Sofyan Amrabat. And when we lock him in, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, manya what? Watch out, because United is coming. United is coming. There's Amrabat.